You know, the realization that nothing in this world can ever hurt you. Nothing. Nothing. No situation, no words, no nothing. And I don't mean in the sense that if you're like happen to be injured in your physical body, that you cannot be hurt. I mean, of course we can feel pain in our physical body, but feeling pain on the mental plane sometimes is said to be worse than the physical pain. Because, you know, we can dwell upon things that will hurt you, you know, like you have experienced something in your previous, in your life, right? In your history, in your past that hurt you. Certain things that people said. Or whatever the situation was, you know. It only hurt you because you allowed it to hurt you. Because you take things personally, and you attach yourself to it. So basically, what I'm trying to say is your inner being, or your higher self, or your soul connection to God, or whatever you want to call this thing that we cannot define, that we cannot explain, because there is no explanation for it. Like the word, like, what's the real, how to call God? We cannot say that word, because it's everything. Anyway, your soul connection to God is infinite. It's perfect, so it cannot be hurt. So you see what I'm saying? Knowing this fact will actually empower you to not become attached to any situation in your life that you see, there is a difference between observing and absorbing. So when someone says something to you which you don't like, you can either observe the person saying it, become completely non-attached to his words or her words, or you can absorb it, and when you absorb it, you become attached to it. You see, and then what happens is you make your life only more difficult, because you are now trying to find an explanation, or you're now trying to, you see, it only causes hurt. If you're doing it, it only causes you to hurt yourself. And then what happens, if it was something really bad, you know, like you had a fight, and your relationship or your friend situation, maybe your family member just completely fell apart because of the thing that happened, and you became attached to it, to whatever the words were or whatever the situation was. You see, what happens is that you dwell on the past. You keep living in the past. And there's no such thing as the past, because we only have the present moment. That's the only thing that actually exists. We only call it the past because it's easier for us to explain what happened in your life, you know. But if you look at it, there is no such thing as past or future, because everything you experience in the present moment. So the thing that happened, you keep experiencing it in the present moment. That's why they say in the Bible, right? They say, like, forgive those who hurt you. Because if you don't forgive them, what other option you have? You think, yeah, revenge. Revenge is like the best option I have. So what happens if you take revenge? You keep dwelling on that same issue, which is not going to be resolved at all. Never. It is never going to be resolved. Even if that person says, I'm sorry, I will not do it. You know, you can still keep experiencing that moment because you're still attached to the situation. And that's how mind control works. The only reason why you were, if you're awake, the only reason why you were under mind control. First of all, you didn't know. You didn't know what the tricks was they pulled on you. And second is because you allowed this thing to happen. And again, you know, realizing that nobody can ever hurt you. You see, there is if the thing might happen to you, okay? Or you can imagine that it would happen to someone. Like they've done something, right? And they put them in a prison. What they do is they basically put your human body, your human, you know, thing in a cell. And now they think like, okay, I got you now, so you got your punishment, right? But they cannot ever imprison your mind. You see, your mind is infinite. It can develop on any subject and have its own opinion about anything. So you cannot ever trap anyone. You cannot ever hurt anyone. You can only feel pain in your physical body, but feeling pain on the mental plane is your own choice. It's your own decision to do it, to feel it, and to absorb it, to develop on it, make it your present moment. While letting go, forgiving, is letting go of attachment. So you see, it doesn't really matter what they do to you. It doesn't matter at all. You can still experience life the way you want it to, without anyone hurting you, ever.